What's going on? Day 3 on the Allegheny Front Trail. Camp is already packed up. It is 7 a.m. I've been up since 5. When it brightens up a little bit, I'll talk about how my gear performed and get you caught up on what's going on for the day. Can get my backpack on and start hiking a little bit in the dark. Just outside camp, not quite a half mile, get to this bridge, and then next to it is the old bridge. Wow, that's been there a while. So I think this is a branch of 6 Mile. That's what I was camped along last night. I was down there a little ways. Onto another trail system. I'm not sure which one this is, but looks like it'll be following yellow and red for a while. AFT makes to the left. It should be just about to my first road crossing, I think, unless what I was just on was the actual road. I have to look at the map. That was like a multi-use trail, cross-country skiing trail. Immediately come to another little path here. Maybe this is the road. Looks like, according to that, I turned to the left. Oh, there's the road. Right there. Just got off of those, didn't make much sense. Just got off of the multi-use trail, but I'm going parallel to the multi-use trail. It must be at more of an angle than I thought, because it's like right next to me. I just came this way, heading back that way. Okay, anyway, so last night, my mat is definitely leaking. Slowly, I was able to keep airing it, knowing that it's leaking a little bit. I knew anytime I kind of like woke up to roll over or something like that, I just throw a little more air in there, and I slept very comfortably, very well, nice and refreshed this morning. There was owls last night. I heard coyotes. There's a fox running around, porcupines. I don't know if they were tree frogs. I don't know what they were. I kept hearing them, and for a second I kind of dozed off, and I heard them, and I thought it was like mice or something like that, chipmunks maybe, and I had set up on top of their home, and they were like trying to get in the tent to get it, like get underneath the tent, because I kept hearing like pine needles fall in the tent, and it was freaking me out. So I got up and I'm like looking around. Oh my gosh, just imagine things. I woke up, but really peaceful night. Awesome campsite there. That's it. If you're going counterclockwise, or if you're going clockwise, if you're going by the guidebook miles, that's it. I think it's 13.86. That campsite, beautiful site. Really, really liked it. Got up at like 5 and was ready to. Like I was like, all right, I'm gonna be waiting for the sun. You know, I'm gonna get up. I'm gonna get my water boiling. While that's boiling, I'm gonna start breaking down the tent, and then once the water's boiled, I'll put it in my breakfast, my sausage biscuits and gravy from Mountain House. They were really good. That peak meal from last night, the 3-bean chili mac, oh, that was delicious. So I get the water boiling, I start breaking stuff down. I get the quilt in its stuff sack, and mind you, it's dark. It's like 5:30 in the morning, pitch black. Start breaking down. All of a sudden, headlamp goes out. Killed the battery. I got used to my Uko Air I used to have, and that would start to flash a little bit, like not like a hard strobe, but just kind of, you can notice it was starting to die. It's like a little warning. And the Nebo does not have that feature. When that battery's dead, it just shuts off. So I'm standing 50 feet from the rest of my gear. My phone's over by the fire pit charging. I have no light. My eyes are adjusted to the flashlight. There's like roots and stuff. So I'm trying to find my way over. It was fun. So I made do, and I just made breakfast, and then I was charging at the headlamp. And as you're charging that headlamp, the red lights come on. There's just enough light. There's just enough light where I could finish packing down, and still got on the trail at 7. So it wasn't a big deal. I was just like, come on, you gotta be kidding me. But day 3, Allegheny Front Trail. About 14 miles to go to get to the car. I'm just seeing some brightness through the trees in front of me. Now, the sun's been up, but it was a little cloudy last night. Let me shift you a little bit. There you go. It was a little cloudy last night, but that's okay because it kept the temperatures up. It got down to about, I think, 44. I kept the thermal drop just outside the tent, and the coldest I'll get was 44, which with a 10-degree top quilt, I was perfectly fine. I was nice and warm. So better weather overnight than expected both nights. They were originally calling for like mid-30s, and I thought, well, if they're calling for mid-30s and I'm camping near water, it could get down to freezing. But it didn't. Never got close. So I'm okay with that. It's still in the 40s right now, but I'm comfortable. Once I'm out for a couple days, even yesterday, it was in the 40s and I was down to my t-shirt and I was like this pretty quickly. Right there at camp. So I'm gonna cruise on this. I'm making really good time right now because the trail's been nice and flat. Nice change from yesterday. I mean, walking along the Moshannon was gorgeous, but it was slow going, which is fine. I was thinking about there's a couple times yesterday where I was looking at my miles and looking at the time. I'm like, oh, I'm going really slow. But I intentionally wanted to take my time to enjoy it, and I was. So made my miles, got to camp, you know, nice and early. Was able to relax, didn't have to rush. Slept well, loving it. Absolutely loving this trail. This is great. So I'm going to put my head down and just cruise for a little bit. And I will be at the state park, at Black Moshannon State Park, in maybe about 2.5 miles, 3 miles, something like that. So should be getting close. Also to the last campsite that I know of before the state park. Yeah, should be coming up pretty soon. I don't know if I would have wanted to push this far. I could have made it, but I really like that campsite. So, and I was hungry. I was ready to stop. Unless this campsite is just like, I look at it and I hear angels singing, I'm not gonna worry about it too much. All right, gonna cruise a little bit. Rocks. Made it to Clay Mine Road. Just came out from there. Really quiet except for that jet. Some crows. I just heard a rough grouse thumping. And some chipmunks. That's about it. I'm gonna head this way. The next road I come to, I'm almost halfway there. From camp is, I'll be at the state park. So doing pretty good. I know through part of the state park is boardwalks. Hopefully they're above water. I know they can get flooded, but I got my waterproof socks and I'm heading to the car, so I don't care. And still, aside from the guy I saw yesterday with his dog, I haven't seen a soul. I'm the only hiker on the trail for for 2 days. And since most people do it clockwise, as far as I know, I might be the only person out here hiking. I might have this whole trail myself. I assume once I get near the state park, I'm gonna might see some day hikers, and I'm gonna guess that up by those vistas there might be some people. I don't know. We'll see. Okay, so I'm off the trail system. It looks like I'm just solely on the red of the AFT, or the red. That is not red, that is yellow. Hiker brain, solely on the yellow of the AFT. Oh, I'm off the trail. This is the last campsite that I know of right before the state park. And it's a nice little site. It would have worked, but I mean, there's water. Guess you could use this if you had to, but it doesn't look like it's moving. Oh, there's skeeters in there, and it's pretty stagnant. It's slowly moving. You can barely see it moving. Could use it if you had to. Wouldn't recommend it. But once you get to the state park, you can't primitive camp. And there's, I think you're in the state park for like 2 miles or something like that. Okay, I wandered off the trail. Where'd it go? Please. Blaze? Where's Blaze? There's a Blaze there. This way? There's a Blaze there. And then nothing. Alright, let me find a trail here. So this threw me off a little. This is a little campsite. You got Blaze over there, you got Blaze right here. And then it looks like it goes straight through. There's like a marker hanging there. And I kept walking. And there's old Blaze on a tree that used to be there that was painted over. See if I can find it here again. Like the trail used to go this way. Here's one. So there's orange and yellow, and then they kind of grayed it out here. But the trail actually turns this way. And I just barely saw that Blaze. It's kind of hidden behind other trees as you're walking. So if you're doing this counterclockwise, when you get to that campsite in the 11-mile range, just be aware. The trail makes a little weird move there. Okay, here we go. With all the leaves down, it's kind of hard to see where the path is. All right, back on track. So many robins. They must be going after these red berries. I have made it to Shirks Road. So in a couple hundred feet, I'm going to be in Black Moshannon State Park. There's a little bit of water in there, which I guess makes sense. That was a pretty dry section, and I'm not sure what the water quality is over here, because I know that's it's like a boardwalk that goes through a swamp. So some water there. Very bright yellow box, easy to spot. Very nice log in there too. All right, and get this signed, and then I'll move on. All right, I am at Shirks Road. Nothing that side. You can see the white splotch right there in the tree. That denotes the border between State Forest and State Park. I gotta walk this way. Well, there's a marker down there. A little bit of a road hike. And I duck into, well, off of the road. Beautiful, right? I like the color. Crossing back over the Black Moshannon. And this flows into the park. And then I hiked along this on day one, all the way over there. So we've been hiking all the way around this. And it's nice. Today's supposed to be the nicest of the 3 days. Last time I had signal, it said it might get up to 60. If it gets up to 60, I'm going to have to take my base layer off. It's been keeping me pretty comfortable the past 2 days, but climbing mountains in the 60s with this thing on, it's going to get hot. I keep my eyes peeled for where the trail turns here. Made it to my next junction. This is the Allegheny Front, obviously, and also the Moshannon Trail. Not sure how long the Moshannon is. I have to look into that. I think it's just a day hiking trail. I don't think it's a backpacking trail. Yes, so I want to make a right. I almost went left. That would have sucked. Right down the trail to my next junction, and this is a little confusing. So, Moshannon Trail, Allegheny Front Trail, this way. Moshannon Trail, Allegheny Front Trail, this way. I think I want to go that way. This is just a little loop right here. Oh, that's weird. See, is this such a loop around? Oh, that looks like it goes off in its own direction. I will verify. I'll walk a little bit here And I'll float my map where you can make sure I'm still on the trail. Left was the correct way. This is a cool spot. Ooh, there's no access here. First little section of boardwalks. They are above water. That's good. This is beautiful in here. You with that now. Beaver Road. My average time for today so far, not just my moving speed, my average speed with stops and everything, almost 3 miles an hour. I'm hauling through here. That's 7.5 miles in just over 3 hours. Really moving. This is Beaver Road. I'm now out of the state park. That's the beginning of the state park. I go back into the Moshannon State Forest. I know at some point the trail's gonna start getting a little tougher. I gotta get up on top of the ridge again, up where I parked. So I've just been trying to make miles as fast as I can. When you're backpacking, it's distance that gets you sometimes, but it's also time. So you could have few, relatively low miles, but if you're on a trail for a long time, that wears you out sometimes just as much as the miles do. So if you can get those miles easily and quickly, you take them. And that's what I'm doing today. This is a gorgeous section. So about 8.5 miles in, just under 8.45. I've been going nonstop, and it's time to take a break. Slow down a little bit on that last section, a little. But I know I've got a big climb coming up, so I found this campsite. Got the little creek here. I think this is Smay Creek, or that's Smay Road, I don't know, something like that. There's another trail here somewhere, but I'm gonna stop this creek and then just relax for a minute, take a load off, and then get ready, because once I get out of here, I'm gonna climb up. I gotta get back up to where the car is. So I gotta climb up on the ridge and I get those views. So I got about 5.5 miles to go, and it's gonna be a tough 5.5 miles, I believe. Maybe it won't be as bad as I think, but I'm preparing for the worst. Our break's over. Stopped for about 10 or 15 minutes. Filled up on water. And that is Smay's Run. And gonna cross Smay's Trail. Oh, there's a little campsite right there too. It is Smay's Trail I'm coming to. And then I gotta climb up like 580 feet. Crest the hill and then give most of it right back. But that's going to be the rest of the day. Is going to be climb, drop, climb, drop, climb, drop. So my speed average is going to drop by a lot, but that's okay. That was the point. Get the easy stuff done quick. That gives me all the time. It's 11:18, maybe about 12:30 or so. I'll stop for lunch. Oh, it's gorgeous. It was chilly in there. Nice and warm right here. Maybe one of those vistas I got coming up once I get up on the ridge. And what I'm approaching right now is the namesake of this trail. I'm approaching the Allegheny Front, which is the prominent edge of the Allegheny Mountains, the Allegheny Plateau. What I've been basically on up and down the past 2 days. Gonna get a really good look at it, at these vistas. Up on top of my first climb, that was not as bad as I was expecting it to be. I keep forgetting this map is intervaled in 20-foot lines. So things that look really steep, yeah, they might be steep, but they're not very long. So that was not bad at all. I know I don't have to pay for this easy day somewhere along the line, but you can't complain. I mean, this weather is gorgeous. Smell the ferns. Sky's blue, sun's out. Just enough of a breeze that's comfortable. Seen some bees out in October. That's rare. And I got a descent across a road. I believe that's the last road crossing until I get back to the car. Got about 4.5 miles to the car. All right, I think this is Underwood Road. And cross this, and this is where I climb up to the front. We're gonna start seeing our views off of this cart here I'm walking by. They must be camped down at the state park, because when I was leaving on Monday, the main parking lot, they were just pulling in as I was leaving. I recognized the car with the kayaks. All right, so cars parked there. I'm guessing people are here to look at the vistas, so I would assume I'm about to start seeing people. Less than 4 miles to the car. To the high point of this climb, and I immediately drop. I don't go down that far though, but look at the size of that boulder. Not far from the first vista. This is perfect weather for it too. Very excited to get there. Alright, so it's a little rocky, but not horrible. All those rocks acted as steps. Oh, I can see the vista from here. Here we are, Ralph's Majestic View. And that is nice. Wow, it's still really green down there. That's incredible. I got 4 of these vistas. I think this, judging by the name, is probably the nicest one. Maybe I'll stop here for lunch. What time is it? Well, it's almost 12:30. I'll stop here for lunch. Ralph's Majestic View. Nice. I know this trail is designed, or in the guide is written to go counterclockwise. Go that way. I'm doing it backwards. Big surprise, but I'm doing it counterclockwise, and I really think that saving this and these vistas for the end, I'm really glad I did it this way. The other side is nice, but the last day would be kind of boring. There's really nothing. It's just beautiful forest, but there's no vistas. This, you get 4 of these. Boom, boom, boom. Before you get back to the car. I think it's the way to do it. I could be wrong. It's definitely warm right here, though. All right. Time to lose the pack and gain some calories. So this is my lunch today. Bistro bites. Salami, white cheddar cheese, and some chocolate covered almonds. Also got some cheddar cheese crackers. And all that leaves me for food is a 2nd pack of crackers and 1 Cliff Bar and some tea bags. And that's it. Ate everything. Yeah, see, these look like they held up pretty good. It's been pretty cool in the bag, so. All right. Tasty. Lunch is over. Ready to hit the trail. You can kind of see from here. I don't know if we'll get a better look at any of these other vistas, but you can see how dramatically this drops off. So it creates the Allegheny Front. So from here to the car is the actual, is the 3+ miles back to the car is what the entire 42-mile trail is named after. But I get it. It's beautiful. All right, time to move on. See what Vista 2 has. So I got a little bit of a surprise. There's only one Vista marked on the map in this area, but there's a second one right down the trail. Ralph's pretty good view. I like it. Let's go see what Ralph's. Let's see what Ralph thinks is just okay. Ooh. Yeah, it's pretty good. Nothing wrong with that. Bunch of farms out there. That's Pennsylvania. If you think of Pennsylvania, all you think is like Philly and Pittsburgh or The Office. This is Pennsylvania. That's why I love hiking here. When you get these kind of views. Love it. All right. Let's see if there's any more crazy names on these views. Why am I just seeing a coyote? I don't know. It was either. I thought somebody was up there with the dog. He was up on this rock and jumped across. I don't think it was a deer. Looked too small to be a deer. Could be wrong though. Prayers went right up that log. Oh, that was cool. Wasn't expecting that. Gotta climb a little bit. Thought it was at the top. So right around the corner from that cool rock formation, come up, there's a little campsite over there. Big campsite here. You could hammock or tent there. I mean, that'd be a good site, but then you got this behind it. There's a fire pit. Wow. That's pretty nice. And this is not far from the parking lot. Couple miles, 2.5 miles maybe. Not far to go. It's gorgeous up here. The colors and the trees out there. Definitely the right time of year to be doing this. A little warmer today. It's once I got the thermo drop into the shade, it was about 59, and it feels like it's getting a little bit warmer. You can definitely feel the warmth coming in. So it's probably up above 60 now, air temperature. This section's not bad. Actually, this is really smoothed out. A little bit rocky, that lower section, which I kind of expect it to be rockier over here. I'm going to move along, and got 2 more vista points coming up. There might be another little vista over here. Who knows? There's all kinds of stuff to see. Well, that's interesting. So I built a guardrail. And a little rock pile here. This might be the next vista. I haven't checked on the map, but it looks like a little vista. Plus, you can see a little bit down there. So I passed my first people on the trail climbers. I mean, I passed that guy yesterday with his dog, but I was on the road because it was a section of road hiking. He was walking his dog. So you're the first people I've seen hiking at 40 miles out of 42 or somewhere. I don't know. It might be, I think my GPS is a little bit off because I've diverted a little. So I may have 2.5 miles to go yet still. I'm trying not to dwell too much on what I got left. There is a little bit of a difference in the trail compared to the map. So if you're out here, it's not huge, but just past this vista, if you're going clockwise, you get to a spot where the trail turns left and drops down it's like an old forest road. It goes down into the ravine and then back up. It wasn't horrible, but the map shows it going straight across, like around the top of the ravine, and it must have got hit by that windstorm or something, because it's been rerouted for a long time. It's just not on the map. I don't think it really adds much, maybe a tenth or two, but it is an extra climb if you're not expecting that. But what's one more climb? At this point, it doesn't matter. Apparently, this is the second to last vista heading counterclockwise. And that's my blaze, a yellow blaze. That's the vista. According to the map, we're supposed to be 250 feet up there. There's a creek crossing I just came across, and it's supposed to cross that creek and then immediately go up to the top of that ridge. And it didn't. It came down a lot down here, which, okay, fine. I mean, at least it didn't drop me way down and make me have to climb all the way back up. But what that makes me concerned about is the climb after this was supposed to be a little drop from the top there and then the climb up to up there. But I'm down so low, unless this drastically turns and starts climbing gradually along this side, I'm gonna have a heck of a climb to get up to that last vista. Okay, I'm on my way over to the final vista. The second to last vista on the map, when you're going counterclockwise, that's not right. I'll put a picture up right here somewhere of what the trail actually does, but it showed that I should have crossed that last creek and gone straight up over to a vista and then down to this point. But according to the Maprika, I am on the trail going this way. It's going completely perpendicular to that, and there's nothing that way. There was never a trail that way. So I don't know. I don't know if that changes mileage or not. But yeah, if you're looking at it backpacking like I do, now look at those elevation gains. You know, as I'm not as like a deal breaker, but just to whoa, acorns, just to get an idea of what I got coming. And this one's way off. I swear I hear people up there. But I don't. Maybe you get to it from this side. I don't know. It's really weird. It's bizarre. But we'll see. I mean, here's the blaze. I am on the Allegheny Front Trail. I'm still on my yellow blaze, and this has been here for a while. You can see on this one, there's yellow and orange on there. There's people up there. I don't know. I don't know how they got there. Let's find out. All right, I just came up that. The map says I should be going over there. The trail map. The switchback going the opposite direction is clearly not on the map. Should know better by now. Should know better. These official state forest backpacking maps are very rarely accurate. I'm curious when I get home. I've got the map that came with the guidebook. I wonder if that shows this. I bet it does. Okay, pretty nice vista. There's people there, so didn't record too much. Took a picture, got a video. Did see my first through hiker going through. Well, she thinks she's going through. We're talking about the trail a little bit. But right now, I mean, I'm on the trail, but the trail's not on the map where it's supposed to be. So I think I'm going to another vista. We'll see. It's almost like that section of trail, they forgot how they routed it. So whoever's doing the mapping was just like, oh, that looks good. Let's put it like that. That makes sense. I thought it looked weird on the map. It looks like you just kind of float across a ravine. I knew it couldn't be that easy. All right, shouldn't be too far. Well, I shouldn't say that because I don't know how accurate the map is. Shouldn't be too far from the next vista. And then from there, it's just a climb up to the car. The last vista no longer exists. You can kind of see out. It's really grown over. There's nothing there though. I'm on the final ascent here. Looks like an old service road. I think. Some kind of old grade. Let's see it behind me there. That's what I'm on. Back to the car in a few minutes. 504 Rattlesnake Road. There's the Jeep. Let's make it official. Huh. How about that? From camp to here, 13.8 miles. Completed. The Allegheny Front Trail. Done and done. That feels good. Got the pack off. Took the shoes off. Put my hiking shoes on. Had some extra socks in the car. Feels a lot better. I'll help my feet on a drive home. So the Allegheny Front Trail, awesome, loved it. I'm actually really glad I did it counterclockwise because, yeah, the rocky section at the end sucked. Coming out this way would have been a lot easier. Would have made for a really nice, easy last day. But the payoff of those vistas, just incredible. The map inaccuracies didn't change the mileage at all. It matches up. It's weird. It really is. It's like they were doing that part of the map and they lost that section of file, and somebody just kind of was like, well, I think we kind of did one of these, and that's not what you do. So if you're looking at, if you use the map for elevation gain, understand that's wrong by a lot. It's only that one spot really, like around the vistas. Once you're outside of that, everything seemed like it was spot on. Trail maintenance, pretty good. There were some down trees. Some of them looked like they were down for a while because you can see routing around them. There's only maybe one or two that were a little difficult to get across, but they were like freshly down. Like I said, a lot of this, we had so much rain the past few weeks that some of these older trees that are probably been dead for years, they just soak that water up like a sponge, and then they get so heavy they can't support themselves anymore and they fall down. And of course they got to fall right into the trail. Always happens, but all in all, not that bad. Definitely suggest doing this. If you backpack in PA and the Allegheny Front Trail is not on your list, it absolutely should be. This might be one of those hidden gems, because I know some people know of it and some people have never heard of it before. So I gotta go get myself a snack. Hope you guys enjoy this. Thanks for coming along. I got 2.5 hour ride home. I'm gonna get to it. See you in the next.